Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. In our last biology class, we had already discussed about plant tissues. Today, in our biology session, we will discuss animal tissue. Animal bodies are made up of different kinds of tissues. According to the structure and functions, animal tissues are of four types. In this chart, you can see that animal tissues are of four types: epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, and nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue is again classified into different types: squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, glandular. So many types are there. Muscular tissue is classified into three types: unstriated, striated, and cardiac muscle. Nervous tissue is not having any types. Connective tissue is having three types: proper connective tissue or connective tissue proper, skeletal connective tissue, fluid connective tissue. Connective tissue proper is divided into two types: loose and dense. Areolar and adipose are of two types of loose connective tissue. Tendons and ligaments are of dense connective tissue. Skeletal connective tissue is divided into two types: bone and cartilage, and fluid connective tissue is also divided into two types: blood and lymph. So this is very important, students, this chart, the classification of animal tissue. So go through that very well. So first we will talk about epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue actually forms a continuous sheet of cells. Here also you can see continuous sheet of cells it forms, which can cover the external surface of our body like skin, and also it can cover or line the cavities of internal organs like mouth, stomach, intestine, windpipe. So in these organs on the surface you can see the epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissues are widespread throughout the body. They form the covering of all body surfaces. Just now I have told that covering of all body surfaces, mainly outer surface or external surface like skin, and also it can line body cavities and hollow organs like stomach, mouth, intestine, windpipe. So many internal organs also it can line, and are the major tissue in gland. They perform a variety of functions that include protection, secretion, absorption, excretion, filtration, diffusion, and also sensory reception. So if we will talk about the structure of epithelial tissue, you can see these are the four types of epithelial tissues. The cells are so compactly arranged that there is no intercellular space. Here also, students, you can see that these all are the cells of epithelial tissue, and these cells are so compactly arranged that they are not having any intercellular space in between them. Intercellular space is the space in between two cells. So here you can't see any of the intercellular space in between two cells. Cells may be flat, irregularly shaped, cuboid shape, columnar shape. Here also you can see different types of shapes are there. Here you can see these are the flat cells, these are the cube-like cells, these are the tall cells. So different types of cells, different shaped cells you can see in the epithelial tissue. So according to the shape of cells, epithelial tissue is divided into 4 types. These are the 4 types of epithelial tissue: squamous, cuboidal, columnar, and ciliated. So, squamous epithelial tissue, this consists of a layer of flat cells. You can see this consists of a layer of flat cells. All cells are very flat in nature and they also don't bear any intercellular space. What is the function of this squamous epithelium? Mainly it allows materials to pass. It can secrete lubricating substances. Just now only we have seen so many functions are played by this epithelial tissue: secretion, protection, absorption, so many functions. Now squamous epithelium allows materials to pass and secretes lubricating substances. Now if we will talk about the cuboidal epithelium, you can see all the cells are cube-like or cuboid shaped. So that's why it is cuboidal epithelium. It secretes and absorbs different types of materials, and it also gives protection. Next one is columnar epithelium. You can see all the cells are very tall in nature, column shaped. Length is more than the width, so the cells are tall or column shaped, or you can say cylindrical. Its function is absorption, secretion of mucus, enzymes, and also protection. Lastly, the ciliated epithelium. The shape is same like that columnar epithelium. Columnar cells are only present here. Cylindrical cells or columnar cells are present here. But difference is that at the top they are bearing cilia. Hair-like structures, cilia. That's why it is known as ciliated epithelium, because it bears, the cells bear hair-like cilia on surface. Its function is to secrete mucus, and this cilia, by moving, it helps to move the mucus. So altogether, this all types of epithelial tissues function is the function of epithelial tissue. Here you can see all the functions are written here: protection, absorption, filtration, secretion. These all are the function of epithelial tissue. So first, protection, as it is present in skin. So skin protects from sunlight and bacteria and physical damage. Then absorption, lining of small intestine absorbing nutrients into blood. So wherever it is present in the lining, mainly in the small intestine, you know it helps in the absorption of nutrients. Filtration, lining of kidney tubules, filtering waste from the blood plasma. In the kidney tubules, it functions as filtering unit or filtration part. Secretion, different glands produce perspiration, oil, digestive enzymes and mucus. In that type of glands, it helps in secretion. So it protects the underlying cells from injury, entry of germs and from drying up. It helps in the absorption in the lining of small intestine. It helps in the filtration in lining of kidney tubules, and it helps in the secretion of different types of glands. So these are the common functions of epithelial tissue. So students, today this much. Next class we will discuss about the connective tissue. Till then, bye and have a nice day.